Sorry, I realized my mic wasn't on. Just to give a quick recap, we just simply did all the challenges in each of the episodes, and we're gonna go through all the galleries. This is all concept art of each of the levels. How do you? Oh, you hold X to zoom in, then you can move around with the analog stick. So this must be the original Opera House design. Really big lion imagery here. Yep, this is indeed the Opera House, or at least this is the theater of which Octavio would have performed his operas. Some of the canals of Venice. Squares to help you zoom out. More buildings of Venice. Ethan, 2004. So they were in development with this game for a bit. And there's Sly. Looks like he's got a toothpick in his mouth. More of the canals of Venice. I'm getting Assassin's Creed 2 vibes. This must have been the original idea. I can't read some of this writing because it's too scribbled out to read it. I think that's the original idea of Octavio's mansion. There's the theater stand with Octavio and Bentley going at it. More of the straightforward canals of Venice. Probably when you did the gondola minigames. One of the earliest designs of Octavio. Very thin and regal looking. Then, they upgraded him to a more Carnival style, with a little more muscle to him. This design of Octavio was more or less used in the original versions of Sly 3. It was used in like the beta versions. So I guess they liked this idea until they went with the next one, as we're about to see. I'll show images of it as well. Octavio redesign. Black, red, purple, white porcelain mask. Grrr. And the concept of the enemies, which, much like Octavio, they had a more Carnival style. Only the little guys were shown. The flashlight guards weren't seen with this Carnival design. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be a mannequin, but if it is, then I don't get why this guy's being like, no, no, no. Flashlight guard. And this must have been the original idea of the flashlight guard. Okay, for Rumble Down Under. Kind of dark to see. This must have been an entrance to a mine shaft at night. The inside of said mine shafts. The Outback, out in the bright day. Australia is quite a beautiful place. Little bit of the mining operation that have like a store and such. Here's more of the mining operation. I guess they were trying to go with a similar theme with the first game with Mugshot. Hey, a lizard. Where as you're making your approach to Mesa City, it's like barren. And then as you get closer, it becomes more urban. I guess that's the idea they wanted to try and do with this. More strip mine. Here we are, the Outback. The plain old Outback. The original design of the Guru looks like a wombat. Or maybe that's supposed to be Murray meditating. More of the little strip mine operation. The original design of the Guru, he was a, what do they call those birds? A kookaburra? It's those birds that go the sort of sounds that you hear in movies with jungle sound effects. Another design of the Guru, a big nose koala wombat. The wombat Guru they went with, or the koala, he held a spear. Another idea of the Guru of just being a wombat koala, but just very old looking. The dingo enemies. The little guys originally had blunderbuss pistols instead of whips. I like the idea that they're guys and they're bringing their children along, which is why they have a makeshift pouch. And a crocodile guard. He may or may not have been the flashlight guard. They obviously removed him because they used a crocodile in the actual level and they didn't want to use the whole. Why are there two different kinds of crocodiles in the same level? So with Flight of Fancy, little design of the town. Tulips in garden areas. A day and night artist reference, and that one has lightning going on. An early idea of the Baron's castle with the little village. Just some outside farm side countryside you'd see in Holland, the tulips and windmills. The hotel with the flight competition. Welcome, aviators. An interior, generic hangar interior, so yeah. The original interior of the hotel lobby. Kind of wish they kept the little bear, taxidermy bear statue. This is kind of the one they went with the giant piece of meat roasting. And there's Dimitri just hanging out at the bar. Sandbags as kickies. Different team logos, hanger, numbers as needed. I keep seeing TK. I know TK stands for like one of the artists who did the game, but I don't know his name. The wolf. Medium gray or brown. Red eyes. Light gray or white underbelly. Black claws, and yeah, medium gray or brown ridge fur. One of the enemies, the rabbit guards that wear those little wooden clogs. And the flashlight guards, the rams. The RC expert, as it says here, this was Penelope's original design. She was a weasel, which kind of makes it funny when the Black Baron, when Sly calls it, when says, "Oh no you don't, you weasel." Weasel, am I? You were originally. Another design for Penelope, a little shorter and had a more aviator outfit on. Once again, another concept of Penelope, but in the biplane. GB Pump, and I can't read that. I think that's the artist's name. Top-down view. The final concept of Penelope. And, of course, the Black Baron. Alright, Cold Alliance. A day image of the episode of if it was daytime, dawn. I guess that was either the treasure temple or Sal's palace. Same thing, but at nighttime. Okay, that is definitely the temple with the treasure temple and all that. An idea for a village where... Actually, no, it's just giant trees. The dragon statue inside Sal's family temple. There's General Sal's palace. It's in red ink, though. Don't know why they used red ink. An interior inside his palace and or the building that Bentley had to go in for that one mission. An early idea for Sal's palace, I guess. Another day and night image of that one image we saw, but this time it's in color. Sky King Valley. Black base inside. Yeah, it's one of those tower thingies. Another interior inside of something. Swarmer. Don't know why they're called that. Yep, it's the pig enemies, but they don't have their mustaches and all that. Cross World. Little monkey guard may have been a reference to both cymbal banging monkeys, but more importantly, the Monkey King. Can't read that. I think it says lance or spear. Tiger flashlight guards. Sly's photographer disguise. I really wish they went with this idea with the old-fashioned camera thing here. Wise Master Panda King. Panda King's monk outfit. Sketch when Panda King has to put on his old costume. A red ink General Sal. Looks like he went through revisions because I can see like thin marks. And it must be red, not red ink, but like pencil. Which is why it's like smudged and erased. And a colored image of the hopping vampires that we dealt with. That look like praying mantises. Oh, dead men tell no tales. An afternoon shot of Bloodbath Bay. I honestly thought that was a real place. Too bad it isn't. Or actually, good thing it isn't. A daytime shot and a nighttime shot. Very spooky with the way the skull, with the lights and all that. More design of the pirate town. What do they call that? The Devil's Claw, I think is what they call. Oh, I see why they call it that. Must be a submarine or a broken ship. So an early idea of the harbor of Bloodbath Bay. The Rusty Blade. Architecture support by splintered boat masts and pikes. Pirate Cove Bar. Other titles. Yeah, old something. The Crusty Barnacle, Dead Man's Chest, The Brig, Davy Jones' Locker. That skull. TK. TK had a nice sense of humor. The statue on Dagger Island. Pirate Jaguar Tiki for Island. Stand before the statue's gaze and walk into the treasure's maze. Generic galleon. To defer size, make 1, 2, or 3 masts. Standard square sails. Place various graphics and flags. Curves in the ship's rear. Cannon windows. Lifeboat mounted to the side. Dimitri's spear gun. Clear glass chamber. Harpoons attach. Power source. Send out shockwaves on impact to repel sharks. Harpoons. Variations on Bentley bomb. Thumb trigger. Dimitri's greasy sweet shock harpoon gun. Harpoons revolve when fire. Concept of the sharks. Very brutal and animalistic. Can't read that. The rooftop guards, the Labrador guys. Pirate Cove. Giant squid monster. Concept of Crusher. Minus the fact that he doesn't have a lot of eyes on him, just one eye. Concept of the little pirate guy enemies. Concept of the flashlight guard guys without their lantern. Black Spot Pete. His name is actually ironic because the black spot in Treasure Island, if you're given the black spot, that's pretty much a death sentence. According to this, these guys are called rats. They don't look like rats. They make like little cat sounds when you attack them, so I assumed they were cats or something. The concept of that Penelope dummy with the dynamite and everything. Penelope in her pirate dress outfit. And Le Fouille. Le Fouille used to have a Swiss Army weapon here of both his hook, cutlass, and a corkscrew. He kind of has that in the final game because his whole hand, as I realized, is actually a whole cutlass. He's not holding the cutlass. It's part of his arm. Kind of graphic and brutal when you think of that. Last one. Okay. I guess the island is meant to be like Easter Island in a way. Don't know. It must have been made by like ancient Coopers. Dr. M's Fortress Factory. I kind of like the idea that Sly could have snuck aboard the truck. And an exterior shot to the entrance of one of the fortress towers. The tower that has the Cooper Vault. I can't read that, but I'm guessing that's supposed to be Dr. M or something. Used to be on a volcano. A design for one of the watchtowers. That text is faded. I can't read it. That looks like a throne. Guess Dr. M was really egotistical. One of the interior shots of the Cooper Vault of various treasures. Why is the Statue of Liberty buried back there? An idea for a gun turret placement of a tree. More various Cooper vehicles. A tank, an armored truck, and a locomotive. Celtic pattern all around trim. Slay MacCoopa. Figure is a stone relief. Treasure, weapons, runes, all duplicated on the other side. Rio Richie Cooper. Logo should look painted. Japanese brush style. Otto von Cooper logo painted on metal. I see. Another interior of the Cooper vault leading up to Slay's pedestal of his placement. And another one leading up to Salim al-Kupa. Now here's something. An interior of Dr. M's laboratory, because there are mutants being made back here. I guess there was a point where Sly would stumble in this lab. The Inner Sanctum, or alternatively, it's the entrance to the Inner Sanctum. Dr. M's Swarmer, as it's called, Swarmer mutant, those alligator things. Alligator, stone crab claw, and kangaroo feet. Right. An armored... oh, it's one of the... it's the security drones on the pipes when we did Penelope's mission. The Cooper car must have been, judging by the mustache, that must have been Thaddeus's. He had a good sense of design. Otto von Cooper's helicopter, even though Sly said it was made by Thaddeus. Carmelita's Interpol boat. And last but not least, the giant mutant creature that Dr. M used. The big creature thing, and there he is, controlling it back there. And that is it. That is all the concept. So, that will do for this episode of Sly 3. Join me next time. Where is it? As I show off the bonus movies. This will be fun and interesting. That is it, and I will see you guys next time.